spends 28 trillion. So you know they're going to take it from programs that we need for ourselves and to clean up the environment. And so the UN does have a universal declaration on achieving a world free of nuclear weapons, and of course we support that. And Peace Action Wisconsin is working very hard. Yesterday, the county board passed a resolution put forward by two Peace Action members who are also county board supervisors, and it's called Back from the Brink, the call to prevent nuclear war. So 13 of our county supervisors realized that nuclear war is a very bad idea and voted for this resolution. So at least we have some awareness going on, and hopefully on climate change also. Thank you.
So, and one of the things that both 350 Milwaukee and Peace Action I think are doing is emphasizing the link between militarism and climate change. And the United States military is the number one emitter of CO2 emissions in the world as a single entity that does it, and also the biggest consumer of fossil fuels in the world. And so it's really important that we see this link and we address this. And I don't know if you realize, but all the militaries in the world are exempt from any kind of climate agreements, and they're just free to go ahead and pollute because they're the military. And it's just so there's some real serious issues here about that. So there's a link, and we need to be not only climate activists but peace and disarmament activists at the same time, and let people know there's a connection here. So also, Greg, can you give some upcoming actions, demonstrations, so we could tell people about?
Well, if you're in town next Wednesday, Citizen Action is having a march from MLK Drive and Center Street, the park there, and they're marching down. That starts at 10 o'clock. From there, they're marching down to Zeiler Park down here. Every Friday, we're out on water in Wisconsin. Those are kind of the two key ones that are coming up, or repeated ones. And just keep watching our newsletter as we learn about more of them. We'll publish them.
Yeah, the one next week that Citizen Action is sponsoring. It's with the long march from Center and North?
MLK.
Center and MLK down to downtown. It's going to end up at We Energies, and their focus is on We Energies utility, and to get them to shut down all the coal plants. And there's still one major coal plant that's open. They've shut down some of the older ones, but they, they're all about making profit for their stockholders. That's what it's about. And we've got to say, no, you're a public utility. You have to do what's right for all of us, and we've got to stop burning fossil fuels, period. All of them. Keep them in the ground, right? And so there's also a lot of issues with We Energy trying to charge more money for having solar on your house, and trying to, it's a real unjust kind of criteria for their billing that ends up being more harmful to the poor people than the rich, of course, as always. So that'll be part of the focus of that march next Wednesday, too. You say it starts at noon?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock to 12:30.
Yeah. And then our Friday gatherings at Water, Wisconsin at 12 noon continue every week. So anybody can just join us. We'd love to have you show up and hold our Honk for a Livable Planet signs. We did a lot of cars honking and have a chance to talk to pedestrians about the issues as they go by. And we're aiming those at the banks on each corner, Chase and Wells Fargo being the biggest funders of fossil fuels in the world. And so the national campaign is to pull the money out from under the fossil fuel industry. They get these banks and insurance companies and financial institutions to stop funding fossil fuels. It's killing us. So that's basically what it's about. We just need to continue to be out there and make some noise. And we delivered petitions to the local banks last week that were national petitions with 165,000 signatures. And so we periodically go inside and try to make some connection with the managers. It's an ongoing issue, an ongoing struggle, but it's, I think, hitting them where their pocketbook is. If we can pull the money out from under fossil fuels, we can win this.
And if you can't make 10 o'clock on Center and MLK, then just meet at We Energies.
Sure.
Yeah,
11.
down here at Seidler Park, probably about 11,
11:30.
11:30.
You don't know if they're going to have speeches on
Not, as I'm sure you all know, the global climate strike today was sponsored by Fridays for Future. We're just the local guys. It's in over 1,500 locations around the world. And I'm sure they're going to have another one sometime before the COP26, which begins at the end of October. So keep your eyes out. I'm sure that Fridays for Future is going to do another global before then. Does anybody want to say anything? Do you want to say something from Germany? Do you want to say something from school? Any one of you? Or
I
all
just
of you?
think, like, coming here, I was not really sure what it was like here because I've been to the metal like 2,000 people. So I really love that you guys are so into this and you keep it going. Like, I think that's so inspirational. I'm really glad we came here. It was really, really spontaneous. So I think you're on the right track. You got to get like the attention out there and the people out there. And I think a lot of people, also the people honking, they know about it, and we just need to get them on the streets. Also in America, because America obviously is like one of the countries that really can make a difference. So just keep going. I'm really inspired. I'm gonna do whatever I can and have time for while I'm here. But thank you for doing this, really, and just keep going, and you'll get the people eventually, and they're gonna come here. Spread the word. I really love that. Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Anybody else?
So one thing before, if you would like to be on our email list, you get notices about our monthly Zoom meetings or demonstrations that are, additional demonstrations that we organize. You could, I've got some paper and pen, you can write down your information, and Greg will put you into our system so you can just get those emails on a regular basis. So don't leave without doing that if you'd like to receive organize. So do you want to lead the chant?
Well, that's what I was going to say. All this talking action. We need to hear from you guys. So, keep the oil in the soil.
Keep the oil in the soil.
Keep the gas under the grass.
Keep the gas under the grass.
Keep the coal in the hole.
Keep the coal in the hole.
System change.
System change.
Not climate change.
Not climate change.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
I forgot one of the lines.
Oh, you're very
Yeah, okay.
good.